வணக்கம், வாழ்க வளத்துடன். என்ன பேர் ராஜபூபதி, நிறுவனம் மற்றும் பயிற்று IAS அகாடமி. ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரு ஜூனியர் ஐஏஎஸ் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் கோர்ஸ். இது யாருக்கு அப்படின்னா, இப்போ படிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்க ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அல்லது காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். இவங்க வந்து பின்னாடி வந்து போட்டித் தேர்வு எழுதலாம். அது என்ன தேர்வு வேணாலும் எழுதலாம். அவங்க வந்து ஐஐடி எழுதலாம், அல்லது நீட் எழுதலாம், அல்லது யூபிஎஸ்சி எழுதலாம், டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி, எஸ்எஸ்சி. ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பீரியாடிக்கா உங்களுக்கு அவங்க ஸ்டடீஸையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாமல் உங்களுக்கு வந்து வீக்லி ட்வைஸ் லைவ் ஆஸ் வெல் அஸ் ரெக்கார்டட். ஸோ எந்த கிளாஸும் மிஸ் ஆகாது. ஸோ நார்மலாக பிளான்டு ஃபார் டியூஸ்டே அண்டு சாட்டர்டே ஈவினிங். சாட்டர்டே ஈவினிங்கில் நடக்கும். ஒரு 7 PM to 8 PM அல்லது 8 PM to 9 PMல இருக்கும். ஸோ இதில் என்னென்னலாம் கவர் பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா, மெயினாக வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மேத்தமேட்டிக்கல் ஆப்டிடியூட், ரீசனிங், அப்புறம் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் டெக்னாலஜி, கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ், அப்புறம் சோசியல் சயின்ஸ்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய எக்கனாமிக்ஸ், கான்ஸ்டியூஷன், பாலிட்டி, எல்லாமே பேசிக். ஒரு எக்ஸாமினேஷன் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூக்கு, ஒரு காம்படிட்டிவ் எக்ஸாமினேஷனில் அவங்க பின்னாடி அட்டன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுமோ அது. இது வந்து இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியமாக தான், சரிங்களா? இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியத்தில் தான் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் இருக்கும், இந்த ஃபவுண்டேஷன் கோர்ஸ். ஸோ இதில் நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு விருப்பப்பட்டவங்க, சரிங்களா? ஸோ இதில் வந்து ஒரு இன்னைக்கு நடந்த கிளாஸில் ஒரு பார்ட் மட்டும் இந்த யூடியூப்பில் வரும், சரிங்களா? ஸோ அதை நீங்கள் அட்டன் பண்ணுற, நீங்கள் இதை வந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்க, படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கவங்க, பிரதர்ஸு அல்லது உங்களுடைய டாட்டர்ஸ் அட்டன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா 9840398093 அப்படிங்கிற நம்பருக்கு ஒரு வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணுங்க, ஜூனியர் ஐஏஎஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. 9840398093. ஸோ இந்த நம்பர் 9840398093 அப்படிங்கிற அந்த நம்பருக்கு ஒரு வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணுங்க. இது வந்து பள்ளி கல்லூரிகளில் படித்து கொண்டிருக்கிற மாணவர்களுக்கான பயனுள்ள பயிற்சி வகுப்பு. ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து குவிஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம் ஏற்கனவே நடந்தது, அதனுடைய செகண்ட் பார்ட். இந்த குவிஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம் அப்படிங்கிறது போட்டித் தேர்வில் எந்த மாதிரி கேட்குறாங்க, அது ஸ்கூல் புக்ஸில் நமக்கு தெரியும். எந்த ஒரு போட்டித் தேர்வுக்கும் பேஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்கூல் டெக்ஸ்ட் தான். அதை ஒழுங்காக படித்தாலே போதும். அது மட்டும் கிடையாது, அவங்கள வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து புரிஞ்சு படிக்க வைக்கிறோம். இனிமேல் அவங்க படிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்க இப்போ எத்தனை 11th படிக்கலாம், 12th படிக்கலாம், 9th படிக்கலாம், 10th படிக்கலாம். ஸோ அதான் இதோட மெயின் எய்ம். Yeah, good evening students. Shall we start? Okay, right. So the first question, today's first questions. So this is a continuation of last class. In the last class we saw 50 questions and discussed those questions. Who discovered neutron in 1932? Who discovered neutron in 1932? Yes, correct, Kavin Prasad. Neutron, not Newton. Very good, answer பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. So neutron discovered by James Chadwick. நியூட்ரான்ங்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னா uncharged particle. So neutral அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல. What do you mean by neutral? Neutral means neither positive nor negative. So uncharged particle. Charged particles are protons and electrons. Positively charged is protons, negatively charged is electrons. This is neutron, neutral. James Chadwick. Next question. Which Dutch scientist who lived in the 17th century was the first to observe bacteria and protozoa? When compared to virus, protozoa is bigger in size, bacteria is bigger in size. For a special type of electron microscope is needed to see virus. So therefore, first person to observe bacteria and protozoa. Who? Very good, many answered correctly. The answer is Antonio van Leeuwenhoek. So he was universally acknowledged as he was the father of microbiology. Father of microbiology, discovered both protists and bacteria. Next question. Who formulated the periodic law? Who formulated periodic law? So based on periodic law, The elements are arranged. The elements are arranged. So now in a modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic number. So based on atomic number. What do you mean by atomic number? Mass number. You must know the distinction between atomic number, mass number, and isotope, isotone, isobar, those differences. So who formulated the periodic law? The answer is Mendeleev. The answer is Mendeleev. So atomic number is, as Balamurugan says, it is the number of protons and number of electrons, or number of protons or number of electrons. Answer, Balamurugan. Every word is very important. You put and, it is and or R. What is define atomic number? So atomic number means the number of protons or number of electrons. This is atomic number. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? Atomic number of hydrogen is 1. That means it has only 1 electron or 1 proton. Next question. Which Scottish engineer introduced the term horsepower? Horsepower. In those days, the power is measured in terms of a horse. So with reference to horsepower, they ask in the competitive examination, you are supposed to know that 1 horsepower is equal to how many watts also. Can anyone tell me what is 1 horsepower is equal to how many watts? Which Scottish engineer introduced the term horsepower? Now clue கொடுத்துட்டேன். 1 horsepower is equal to how many watts? The power is measured in terms of what? Watts. Household the electricity power is measured in terms of. So 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. 746 watts. Jayashree, you are correct. The introduced horsepower is, the answer is James Watt. The answer for this question is James Watt. So we all know that stainless steel consists of iron and another important metal. What is the other metal which gives the glossy shine and also rustless? Which element is there? Which element? Aluminium is not there. So stainless steel mainly consists of iron and which other metal? The handlebars of and parts of the bike, அதெல்லாம் பலபலன்னு இருக்கிறதுக்காக they'll coat, ஒரு கோட் கொடுப்பாங்க தெரியுங்களா? What is the name of the coat? அந்த பேரை சொல்லி தான் அந்த கோட் கொடுப்பாங்க. என்ன கோட்? So the answer is chromium. Chromium coat. Chromium தான் பலபலன்னு இருக்கும். The handlebar of the bike or the silencer. The silencer, அதுக்கெல்லாம் they coated with chromium. Chromium தான் the stainless steel, rustless. Next question. In 1956, William Shockley and John Burdeen and Walt Brattain were awarded Nobel Prize in Physics for the invention of. They discovered it in 1948 itself, but they were awarded Nobel Prize in 1956. This is one of the very, very important discovery in the field of electronics, in the field of technology. In the field of technology, you can say that very, very, very important invention this is. Not nanoparticles. Yes, very good. Transistor. Yeah. Transistor were discovered by William Shockley and John Bardeen and others. The transistor, the invention of transistor revolutionized the electronic industry. It replaced the size very big valves. So transistors replaced vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes. So vacuum tubes, transistors, then many transistors were integrated into a chip. It is called IC, integrated circuit. So answer for this is transistor. So transistor consume less power and occupy less space when compared to vacuum tube, but also powerful. The vacuum tubes are bigger in size and also it generates what? Heat also. What was launched by Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger on 15 January 2001? Everyone used this while browsing. So what is the answer? What was launched by Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger on 15th January 2001? This URL, this website was very popular. Everyone uses it. Whenever you search for anything, this website occupies in the first page itself. Yeah. So the answer is Jayashri. Very good. The answer is yes, Wikipedia. Wikipedia. The Knowledgepedia. Name the British scientist who invented the World Wide Web Protocol in 1989. WWW. World Wide Web Protocol in 1989. Name the British scientist. Very good. Yes. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee is the answer. There will be a difference between the frequencies at which sound or light waves leave a source and that at which they reach an observer caused by relative motion of the observer and the wave source. What is this phenomenon known as? Using this, you can measure the speed of the moving object. So whenever speedy automobiles are detected with a gun, with a speed gun, with a traffic constable, you may be knowing, you might have seen. So what is the, it is, I'll give you the clue also, already answered by Kavin Prasad. So the answer is, this is called Doppler's effect. Doppler effect. This is very important. So using Doppler effect only, we can say that it is called redshift, or whether a star is approaching us or the star is receding from us, we do not know. So using Doppler effect, we can find. உங்களுக்கு தெரியல, ரொம்ப தூரத்துல இப்போ ரோடு இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கீங்களேன், ரோட்ல ரொம்ப தூரத்துல ஒரு வெஹிக்கிள் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அந்த வெஹிக்கிள் நம்மளை நோக்கி வருதா நம்மளை விட்டு வெளியே போகுதா அப்படிங்கிறது வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் டு ஐடென்டிஃபை. ரொம்ப தூரத்துல இருக்கும்போது, கிட்டக்க இருக்கும்போது தெரியும் இது வெஹிக்கிள்க்கு. தென் திங்க் ஆஃப் ஸ்டார்ஸ். Stars are billions of kilometers away from us. So we do not know whether the star is coming towards us, moving towards us, or receding away from us. So using Doppler effect. Next question. So what is the term which refers to the lowest possible temperature where nothing colder and no heat energy remains in a substance? What is the term which refers to the lowest possible temperature? Below this temperature is not possible. இதுதான் lowest temperature. இது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Where nothing at this temperature, nothing, no movement in the molecule also. Nothing will move. This is the lowest possible temperature. What is the name for it? You are right, Kavin. You said minus 273. So what is the name for it? What is the name for it? Correct. The answer is absolute zero. The name is absolute zero. What is absolute zero means? 0 degree Kelvin or minus 273 degree Celsius. What is the temperature of the normal human being in centigrade? In centigrade, tell me, what is the temperature, approximate temperature of a human body in Celsius? Celsius, centigrade means the same. Answer is 37. Very good, Ramesh and Kavin. In 2010, Andrew Game and Konstantin Novosel got physics Nobel for the experiments regarding which the two-dimensional material. Please note that you all know that which is the hardest material, which is the hardest substance. The hardest material. The hardest material previously thought to be diamond. It is not the diamond. In two-dimensional, it is not the hardest. The hardest material is discovered in 2010 using a pencil and an eraser and a cellophane tape. Presently, this is the hardest material. This is going to revolutionize the technology. Soon you will be having a flexible screen of your mobile, and TV already is there. So using this technology everywhere, it is going to revolutionize the medicine and computer science and industries and almost every field. So what is that? This is called graphene. This is called graphene, the hardest material in ever known. Graphene. Graphene applications are plenty. So graphenes are, there is a lot of promise for the future, especially anti-corrosion coatings. So using graphene, the battery, the laptop battery or mobile battery can last long, maybe for 1 month or 2 years. So for a graphene battery, you need to charge only once for a year. So once charged, it will last for 1 year or even more than that also. It's almost every field. In drug pharmaceutical, in DNA sequencing, almost in every field, graphene. But graphene is right now in experimental stage only. So it will be a mechanical strength. The graphene is, they are going to manufacture the aeroplane using graphene. This will be lightweight, at the same time what? Very strength, very rigid. Thermal applications, energy storage, battery, future battery. In medicine, it is going to revolutionize. Similarly, bulletproof jackets are made up of now graphene. Lightweight, at the same time very safe and secure. Okay. So use internet and you can find. I'll give the homework for you. So you have to submit in the next class. The homework is, so what are the applications of graphene? The applications of graphene, you submit this as a project. Okay. Applications of graphene. Maybe 1 or 2 pages. That's all. So everyone must send the applications of graphene in a day or 2. What is the SI unit of luminous intensity? SI unit of luminous intensity. So in the first quiz we saw the social sciences. This test full of sciences, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. Next quiz, the basic arithmetic, basic mathematical aptitude and reasoning. No need of any special preparations. Aptitude, arithmetic and reasoning questions. Next quiz. Very good. Many answered correctly. Balamurugan, Vasanthi, Ranchiyappan, Jayashri, Kavin, Govindaraj and etc. and many more. So the SI unit of luminous intensity is candela. Candela. And the light எப்படி தெரியும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு அந்த காலத்துல candle யூஸ் பண்ணி தான், because the people used candle for lighting purpose. So அதனால அதை மெஷர் பண்ணி candle. ஏதாவது ஒரு நோன் ஒன்று வச்சு தானே, ஒரு பேஸா ஒன்று வச்சுட்டு பண்ணல. therefore candle. பவருக்கு வந்து we know that the power of the horse. Therefore with reference to horse power, with reference to handle, the brightness. So therefore it is called candela. Candela derived from the name candle. Who discovered electromagnetic induction, the principle behind the electric transformer and generator? Electromagnetic induction discovered by whom? So using this electromagnetic induction only, generators are working. We are getting electricity. Either electricity is generated from using renewable sources or non-renewable sources. Renewable sources like wind energy, solar energy. And in wind energy, the turbine is, generator is rotating. Whereas in the solar photovoltaic, no generator. It is the light energy is converted into electrical energy. Whereas in hydropower station, generator is there. The generator is rotating with the help of what? Heat generated from the coal. So who discovered electromagnetic induction? Very good. Many answered correctly. Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday. Next question. What was the important discovery by the German physicist H.R. Hertz in 1887? A very important discovery by the German physicist H.R. Hertz in 1887. Hertz itself is a unit named after him. So what was the important discovery? Photoelectric effect. So this is very important. Photoelectric effect. Okay. This photoelectric effect. In 1905, Einstein explained the photoelectric effect. It was first discovered by Hertz, but later it was explained by the Einstein. The father of photoelectric effect, Hertz. So Einstein, for explaining this photoelectric effect, for his received a Nobel Prize in physics. So Einstein received Nobel Prize in Physics not for theory of relativity, general theory of relativity or special theory of relativity, only for the photoelectric effect. Next question. Name the state of matter first predicted by the Satyendranath Bose and Albert Einstein. Satyendranath Bose, Indian scientist, physicist, and Albert Einstein, you know that they both worked together. The God's particle, I already told in the class, God's particle, the universe is created. We all know that the universe is created from a singular point. It is called singularity. Exploded. That is called Big Bang theory. So all of a sudden, it's the universe formed from a single point. It is ever expanding. That singular point is called God's particle. That is also known as what? Boson. Boson. Boson is named after Indian scientist Satyendranath Bose. So Satyendranath Bose and Albert Einstein worked together and they discovered Bose-Einstein condensate. Bose-Einstein condensate is the answer. Next question. In which year did Albert Einstein got Nobel Prize in Physics? I already told you. In which year Albert Einstein got Nobel Prize in Physics? 1921. Just now I said 1921. Next question. What is a substance composed of subatomic particles having the same mass of electrons, protons, and neutrons but having opposite charge known as? What is the substance composed of subatomic particles having the same mass of electrons, protons, and the neutrons but having opposite charge? Opposite charge. How do you know that? How do you say that? Something you use the word antimatter. So this is antimatter. So matter and antimatter collapses. Next question. Relative density is the ratio of density of substance relative to the density of. Again, I said, which one is the base? The base, for example, we know that osmium, the density of osmium is 22. Similarly, the density of mercury is 19 point something. Similarly, what is the density of iron? The density of iron is around 7.8. So everything is relative to what? So which density is 1? Which density is 1? Very good. John is correct. Answer is water. So please note that the density of water is 1. If density of iron is 7.8 means it is 7.8 denser than water. Which is the heaviest metal? Heaviest metal. Heaviest metal is osmium. Osmium. The density of osmium is 22.6. What is the lightest metal? They'll ask in the examination. You are supposed to know lightest metal. Lightest metal. Lightest metal is lithium. Lithium is the lightest metal. Lithium floats on water. The density of lithium is 0.5. Water is 1. So the answer is water. Next question. John Burdeen, Leo Neil Cooper, and John Robert were jointly awarded 1972 Nobel Prize in Physics for their theory of superconductivity. This is very, very important. Superconductivity. The research is still going on to have a superconductivity at the room temperature. Right now, the superconductivity is possible only at very, very low temperature. Maybe very low temperatures, normally called by a name cryogenic engine. So bullet trains runs on the principle of what? Superconductivity. So next question. Theodore Maiman in 1960 became the first successful person to build. Theodore Maiman. This finds applications many fields. It is an abbreviated term. Theodore Maiman. Not atom. Abbreviated term. Laser. Can you expand laser? What is the expansion of laser? Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. That is the expansion of laser. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation is laser. Next question. Geiger counter is an instrument used for measuring. So whenever any radioactive mishap, any accidents were occurring, then they use Geiger counter for measuring what? The amount of radiation present in the atmosphere. Radiation. Next question. Pascal is the unit of what? Pascal is the unit of Pascal is the unit of force, force, some say pressure, density. Pascal is the unit of what? Pressure. Pressure is equal to force by volume. Pressure. Name the branch of physics dealing with the production and effects of very low temperature. Just now I said. Name the branch of physics dealing with the production and effects of very low temperature. The answer is cryogenic. The answer is cryogenics. Cryo means very low temperature. What is high temperature is known as? What is the opposite of cryo? Opposite of cryo is pyro. P-I-P-Y-R-O. Pyro. What is pyrometer? The instrument used to measure the greater temperature, high temperature. Next question. Which 17th century chemist found if the volume of a gas is decreased, the pressure increases proportionally? The famous law. This is a very famous law. If the volume of a gas is decreased, the pressure increases. That means the volume and pressure are inversely proportional. Indirectly proportional, inversely proportional. This is one of the famous law. What is the name of this law? The answer is very good. Answered correctly. Boyle's law. Robert Boyle. Next question. What does an acronym PET as used in making plastic container? You can see the PET bottle. Everyone is using PET bottle. The water bottle is called a PET bottle. So what is it is an acronym. Acronym means what? Any abbreviation is pronounced as a single word is called acronym. For example, NASA, NASA, pronounced as a single word, NASA. Whereas ISRO is an acronym. DRDO is not an acronym. DRDO is just an abbreviation. If any abbreviation is pronounced as a single word, it is acronym. So what does the acronym PET stands for? PET. Polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate is PET. Next question. Which element is represented by the letter Y? Which element in the periodic table represented by the letter Y? Can you guess? Yttrium. The answer is yttrium. Next question. The name of the disease X is associated with a coastal city in Japan. It was caused by a release of methyl mercury in industrial wastewater from a chemical factory, which continued from 1932 to 1968. Name the disease. The disease is associated with the mercury, caused by mercury. So what is the name of the disease? It is there in your book, school book. The answer is Minamata. The disease is called Minamata, mercury poisoning. Next question. Which Indian, along with Thomas A. Steeds and Ada E. Vanath, won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 2009 for studies in structure of functions of a ribosome in living cells? Which Indian? Indian means you can say that non-resident Indian, or you can say that people of Indian origin. At the time of receiving the Nobel Prize, he was not an Indian, because in India only single citizenship is there. If somebody living in India, so went to US or any other countries and got the citizen of the countries, then automatically what? Indians, he or she loses the citizenship of India. Okay, so which Indian origin got Nobel Prize in chemistry? So far only one person of Indian origin got Nobel Prize in chemistry. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan. C.V. Raman for physics. Next question. Which chemical compound is also called blue vitriol? Which chemical compound is called blue vitriol? Blue vitriol, green vitriol, like that. Blue vitriol is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. Green vitriol, is ferrous sulfate. Next question. Which metal has the highest electrical conductivity? I will give you the option. You can answer this question. Option. I will give you the option. Which metal has the highest electrical conductivity? Aluminium, copper, silver, gold. Tell me answer. Which metal has the highest electrical conductivity? Very good. Panjiyappan and Kavin. The answer is silver. Silver தான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா highest electrical conductivity. Next questions. We'll go a little fast because I want to finish it in 20 questions in under 10 minutes. Ammonia is industrially obtained by the reaction of atmospheric nitrogen with hydrogen using iron as a catalyst. What is the process called? How ammonia is manufactured? What is the name of the process? This they'll ask in most of the competitive examinations. So ammonia is manufactured by, what is the name of the process? So it is called, it is there in your book, you know. Maybe if I give options, you may be answering. Answer is Haber process. Haber process. Haber. Haber process. Next question. Name the most abundant element in the universe. Tell me answer. Name the most abundant element in the universe. Very good. Kavin, very good. It is the number one element in the periodic table. Answer is hydrogen. Hydrogen. Second, next question. Who published a paper on atomic theory in 1805? Who published a paper on atomic theory in 1805? Yes. Yeah, very good. The answer is John Dalton. Dalton atomic principle. John Dalton. What is the deuterium oxide is popularly known as? Deuterium oxide. They are manufacturing in Tamil Nadu at Thoothukudi. Deuterium oxide. This is used in atomic reactors as a moderator and also coolant. Deuterium oxide, D2O. D2O is otherwise known as what? This is called heavy water. Heavy water. Next question. What is the process of improving the physical properties of rubber by heating it with sulfur? So what is the name of that process? Rubber by heating it with sulfur. You know, yes, answer is vulcanization. Vulcanization. Strengthening the rubber. Vulcanization. Next question. Name the virus that infects bacteria. This you may be knowing. Everyone must answer this question. Name the virus which captures bacteria, which kills bacteria. Bacteriophage. Next question. Who introduced the term natural selection? Who introduced the term natural selection? So natural selection, the term introduced by Darwin. Charles Darwin. Next question. Which plant hormone is behind the phenomenon of phototropism? Which plant hormone is behind the phenomenon of phototropism? The answer is auxin. 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 What is the study of fungi is called? Study of fungi is known as which logy? Great. Study of fungi is known as mycology. Mycology. Phycology is PHY. COLOGY. Phycology is what? Phycology is algae. Phycology is algae. Which term is used to refer the flowering plants? Which term is used to refer the flowering plants? Angiosperms. Angiosperms. Next. Who introduced binomial nomenclature? Who introduced binomial nomenclature? I know I'm going fast only because I had to cover 10 questions in under a minute, under 5 minutes. So binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is Carl Linnaeus. Carl Linnaeus. Next question. Which hormone is plants helps in fruit ripening? So now the mango season. Artificially they'll put some stones, calcium carbide stones, which artificially emit a particular gas. So what is the name of the gas? Which hormone? It is called a hormone which in plants help in fruit ripening. The answer is ethylene. The answer is ethylene. Yes. Acetylene they use as artificial this one. Which term is used to refer an organism whose cell contains nucleus and other organelles enclosed within membranes? This is very, very basic question. Which term is used to refer to an organism whose cell contain nucleus and other organelles enclosed within membranes? Eukaryotes. Eukaryotes. Next question. Which is the hardest tissue in your body? Which is the hardest part in your body? Hardest part in our body. Tell me. These are basic general knowledge questions. Everyone must answer the questions. Enamel. Very good. Enamel. Teeth enamel. What are leukocytes commonly called? Leukocytes commonly called. This is a basic question. Leukocytes. Leukocytes otherwise known as? Yes, very good, Kavin. WBC. White blood cells. White blood cells. Next. 96th question. Which vitamin is also known as calciferol? Which vitamin is known as calciferol? Calciferol. This vitamin you will get it from sun, by exposing under the sun. The answer is vitamin D. Very good. Vitamin D, calciferol. Tocopherol is vitamin E. Retinol is vitamin A. You should know those things. Where can you find rod cells and cone cells in your body? Where can you find rod cells and cone cells in which part of the body? Tell me. Eye. Very good. Retina. Very good. Eye, in particular retina. Sensitive to light. Which component of blood constitutes proteins such as serum, albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen? Which we know that the blood constitutes many parts, right? So which part? Which component of the blood? Very good, Manavia. It is plasma. The answer is plasma. The major part of the blood. Plasma. Next question. Human heart is divided into how many chambers? This is a basic question. Human heart is divided into how many chambers? Yes, 4 chambers. 4 chambers. Today's last question. Which vitamin is known as retinol? I already answered this question. Which vitamin is known as retinol? Answer is A. Answer is A. So with this we'll finish today's session. In the next session we'll see the arithmetic, mathematics, puzzles, reasoning, everything. No special knowledge is required, but you have to use your brain, the reasoning skill of your brain. That's all. Thank you. We'll meet in the next session.